Hiya Cancer, here to do your love single read. I'm late, as per usual. Laptop packed up, only had iPad, it wasn't doing it properly. Phone, far too long to upload to YouTube, so I've been away. Not that many of you have probably noticed, but I'm back. And yeah, Cancer love read. Okay, this is for the rest of July. This is a single Cancer though. I'm doing singles because I've had a lot of people say, oh, what about singles? Have we got new love coming in for singles? Because they're always about couples or wanting to get back with exes or whatever. So this is hopefully about new love for Cancer. It's going to dive straight into it. Remember that all the spiel that goes with it. Please hit my likes. Subscribe, share, you know, all the buttons that you can hit for me, please. Also, if you want to go over and follow me on Instagram, would be lovely of you. It's Cosmic Haze 1111, same as YouTube over on Instagram. That would be great. Going to dive straight into it. Going to whiz myself down as normal so you can see the cards. Oh, hold on. God almighty, no, that's not it. Be patient with me. There we go. Hold on. Oh my God. Sorry about this. There we go. That'll do, won't it? You can see the cards now. Let's click off that so that doesn't move. Okay, so I've already laid the cards out, my darlings, because it just takes too much time shuffling and whatnot on camera. And we're going to do a little Celtic cross. And we're going to dive straight into it. So you know the gist. Overall energy for the rest of July. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, brilliant. It just talks about Cancer. Things are now starting to move into your favour. Usually comes when we've been through some lessons, some karmic shit's gone down, some lessons that we've learnt, that we need to now move forward with in our lives. Talks about positive situations now coming to fruition. Talks about next chapters. Talks about good luck. Okay, and if you can get these lessons, the lessons that you've come from in the past, that you've brought forward with you from all the other shit you've been through, if you can sort of start applying these lessons now and learn from them, the wheel will now start to turn in your favour, which is really, really good. Okay, so let's have a look and see what your situation for the rest of July is. Whoa, brilliant. Wheel of Fortune and the Judgment. Where are we going with that? The Judgment. Now, it tells me that you have been through some sort of karmic situation with the Wheel of Fortune and the Judgment card together, that you've been through some sort of karmic situation in the past. May have been a relationship, may have been with family, may have been with friends, but definitely a situation that you needed to learn something from. With the Judgment card, it's about having gone through a situation that's really shaken you up. Okay, it's really shaken you up, whatever the situation was. Remember, this is for general, so I'm not going into specifics about anything, but whatever's happened in your life has shaken you up. Okay, now this is about having learnt lessons from it, and those lessons have awakened you, okay, on your spiritual path, on your ideas, on your beliefs. This thing has shaken you to wake you up, and now it's about having new ideas, drawing new conclusions, massive shifts in your life, massive shifts to put you on the right track. Sometimes we become, I mean, just the hangman's just hanging there around. Sometimes we become stale and we become stagnant in situations, in relationships, in work, in family life, and just within ourselves, you know. Sometimes we get to that point of like, oh, what is life about? What is my life purpose? What am I doing? And these lessons, you know, and these sudden shakes and these sudden lessons and all this crap that comes tumbling down around you, they are to wake you up. They are to shake you. They are to give you a kick up the arse. Okay? It's funny because the Judgment is also about greater purposes. You know, what is my purpose in life? Okay? And it's about making peace with yourself. You know, stop beating yourself up, Cancer. You know, we all, I don't want to say make mistakes, but we are all put in situations that we learn lessons from, and they're not mistakes. They're meant to be, that we were meant to go down that path to learn that lesson. Okay, so what's crossing you? Oh, we got the Devil. So your challenge, my Cancers, is the Devil. Now, we all know the Devil energy is just an obsessive energy. It's something in our lives that we obsess about. It could be absolutely anything. It could be sex, drug, or rock and roll. Anything that we obsess about too much. And what's crossing you, what you have to get under control, is the thing that you're doing too much of. That could be worrying, that could be over analysing, that could be thinking, that could be drinking, that could be too much party. And it's just something that we do to, you know, to excess. And it's asking for balance. The Devil is asking, well, the Devil isn't. The Devil's saying, whoa, let's party. But, you know, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Judgment, it's saying, you know what your I'm not laughing at you, I'm just laughing at the three major arcanas come out, and the Hangman, really, that was just hanging around, you know, sitting there at the bottom of the deck. In the first three cards, you've got three major arcanas, which means, you know, just massive life shifts, Cancer, massive life shifts. And with the Devil, you know, it's letting go of fear, it's letting go of negative energy, it's asks you to not be reckless, okay? Pulling back in the extremes of things you do, whether that be in love or working too much. But I also see with the Wheel of Fortune, Judgment, and the Devil, a karmic situation, okay? Lessons to be learned from probably a soulmate situation, and that's what's crossing you. So it's asking you to try and balance your life. Okay, so let's go to what's in your foundation, what's driving you. Okay, Queen of Pentacles, stability, security, and stability. She is my favorite queen of the deck because I am a Virgo. And I like stability, and I like to feel secure, and I am a bit of an empath, and I sort of like to nurture and think I can put the world to right and everybody's problems and solve everybody's problems, but I can't. So this to me is saying to you, Cancer, you cannot solve everybody else's problems. You may have had someone in your life that you was really near and dear to you, with this sort of soulmate energy coming out, with these lessons, this karmic situation that definitely went down. And Cancer, being a water sign and being, you know, an empath and being an emotional being that you are, you cannot heal everybody. You cannot fix everybody. Like the Queen of Pentacles wants to heal and fix everybody. I'm afraid that the people in your life that need healing have to take the first steps to do it for themselves. You cannot heal everyone, Cancer, and you cannot even try. The best thing to do is stay focused on yourself. Stay as the Queen of Pentacles. Find your stability. Find your security. Cut out the obsessions, because in this position, the Queen of Pentacles can be obsessed. With the Devil, it's cutting it out, okay? It's finding your balance. It's finding your security. It's knowing your own sense of worth. It's staying focused. It's cutting out the shit from your life. And it's about stop worrying, okay? Stop worrying, my Cancers. And this is what's driving you. So you know that this is where you want to be. You want to be the Queen of Pentacles. This is driving you in your energy, something to strive towards, towards your own stability, your own home life, your own peace, your own abundance, and just staying really self-focused on that. What is crowning you, or what is on your mind? Again, we have the Queen of Cups. You know, the Queen of Cups is an emotionally balanced queen. Okay, so Cancers, what's on your mind is knowing that you have to get your emotions in check, knowing that you can't fix everybody, knowing that you have to give yourself love before anybody else. And it's about moving forward with self-love. She's really compassionate. She is like a Cancer, you know. She is compassionate. She's caring, but she is emotionally stable. And what's on your mind, I feel, Cancers, is getting them emotions in check. So with the Devil energy, we could certainly be overindulging in too much, you know, emotion. I don't want to say self-pity, Cancer, but just, I don't want to say poor me. I do, because it's coming to me. Woe is me. Cancer, you must get out of the woe is a me attitude, okay? This is about loving on yourself, knowing your self-worth, knowing that you are compassionate, you are caring, okay? This Queen of Cups, for me, is also about soul mates, and it's about wanting to move forward to find your soulmate. And I believe that you've had a soulmate before, and I'm getting, you know, maybe over emotional about whether there's a, you know, you can find this soulmate love again. Honestly, it's about self-love and about self-care and finding that for yourself before you move on. Now, in the recent past, 3 of Pentacles, which is really, really good. It just means that you've been, you know, being focused on your work, focused on your money, working hard, being around people, and sort of joining forces with them. I don't know whether it's coming through as a distraction. It's sort of like, are you distracting yourself about past events? But it's good. It's good. Being focused on something is good, okay? As long as it's not overtaking your life, because we do need the balance, okay? So yeah, 3 of Pentacles is about, you know, teamwork and about collaborating. So you may be wanting to go and find a new romantic partner and work as them, you know, with them as a team, that soulmate connection. But it's also just about building for your future, and getting the groundwork and everything stable within your life. And it's about being on the same page as people around you. Okay, so I feel you're doing the work, Cancer, that's needed to be done within your life to call in things that you want, whether that be, you know, a new job, a new partner, you know, decent friends around you. I feel like, you know, you have been doing the work to try and stable out your life, being totally aware of what you, your shadow side, the things that can drag you down. I think you're totally aware, Cancer, of the things that can drag you down. And I feel like you've been putting hard work into that to balance it out with the Queen of Pentacles, with that stability within your life, okay? Massive wake-up call. What's in your near future? Ooh, the moon. The moon does talk about a little bit of fear, a little bit of fear of the unknown. There's no need to fear the unknown. Absolutely not. It should be like a bit like past parcel, you know, unwrapping the present and, you know, taking the paper off is fun. You know, it's fun. So don't be scared. Don't fear what you do not know. Don't fear the future because you don't know what the future is. So how can you fear something that you've not experienced? How can you fear something that you do not know what it is? And how can you fear, you know, just the unknown? You can't fear the unknown. The moon for me is about being in your emotions, okay? So again, we have the Queen of Cups and the moon, about being in your emotions and trying to level those emotions out. You're totally aware. You're totally aware of what shadow work needs to be done. You wanting this stability. You wanting more of a more balance for yourself. And the moon also talks about just about uncertainty, and it talks about letting go of fear and letting go of the unknown. You're questioning, you may be confused as well, but with the moon it sort of tells us to ebb and flow, you know, ebb and flow with life, go with the flow, treat it like pass the parcel, take a layer off at a time, you know, and the prize will eventually be unwrapped, and that's for your near future. Again, it really fits the Wheel of Fortune, you know, it really does. Like everything's spinning in your favour. Try not to be too emotional about it. Try and stay focused. Try and do the work to overcome things that you've been obsessing about. The future is not known. The future is not known, but, you know, there's going to be a lovely surprise in divine timing. When the time is right, things will be revealed to you, Cancer. Love it, love it, love it. I just want to do a bit of clarifying. I want to clarify the moon card for Cancer, please. Let's clarify the moon card for Cancer. Clarify the moon card for Cancer. Yeah. It's sudden change. Now, I do feel that in your past there has been a Tower moment, especially with these you know, major arcanas that are showing up. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, we've got the Judgment, we've got the Devil, we've got the Moon, and the Hangman was just sitting there at the bottom of the deck. There's been a major Tower moment in your life, major, and the Tower moment is now clarifying the Moon, which is, you know, sudden change, and it's fear of the unknown. Fear of the unknown. The Tower is sort of like sudden changes. It's unexpected changes. It's fear, you know. It talks about having, well, again, it talks about awakening, which is what the Judgment card is about as well. But it talks about having breakthroughs, realizations, and something that's mind-blowing, that sudden change for you, that sudden change that comes in, that suddenly is mind-blowing, that you just didn't know that was lurking, you know, in your future. You had no idea. But it also, the Tower also talks about letting go, you know, let the Tower fall, let go for this change, for this events to start changing in your favour. Talks about not fearing, you know, change is good. Change is good. I like these two cards together. And it also could, you know, it's a realisation, that sudden realisation of something, because the moon talks about the unknown, and the Tower is about sudden changes. So it's a sudden realization of something. There's nothing to fear, and the future is looking really good, my Cancers. Let's just clarify this Devil energy and see what we're obsessing about. Clarify this Devil energy for my Cancers. Temperance. Okay, absolutely. You couldn't even put a better card on top of the Devil, because the Temperance talks about self-control. Okay, I don't even need to go any further into that. There's the Four of Cups there as well. The Devil and Temperance, okay, are two completely opposite cards. You know, Temperance talks about being patient. It talks about everything in moderation. It talks about self-control. It talks about balance, and it talks about healing. It talks about karmic situations, soul connections, and actually that the divine is leading you to where you need to go. I feel this lost love, this Four of Cups, which is all about missed opportunities and a disconnect and being disappointed. Yeah, and again, it's an over-emotional card. It's about finding balance. There was something not right within this past connection you had, which brought all these lessons on, which has now put you on your new path. And it's saying, you know your shadow side, you know what you have to work on. Okay, so I don't think someone was willing to compromise in your last relationship. Yeah, you weren't on the same page with the Temperance card, because this can talk about not being on the same page as someone else, especially with the Devil. And now, my Cancers, is all about healing yourself, moving forward, not fearing the future, because the future with the Wheel of Fortune looks bloody brilliant. Let's have a look at your oracles to see where we go from there. Make no judgments. Yeah, just go through life making no judgments. You've had the Judgment card here, and to me it's like don't cast stones. It's saying don't cast stones on a situation from your past. Don't, is that the right, cast stones? Throw bricks. Do you know what I mean? Just don't judge other people. Make no judgment. And also make no judgment on yourself. Okay? I think I said in the read, you've got to lighten up earlier, that you've got to lighten up on yourself. Stop being so harsh on yourself. This really is actually screaming to me about easing up on yourself, Cancer, and not being so hard on yourself. Stop judging yourself more than anybody else. Caregiver. We are all with you, and Spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love you provide to others, especially at the end of their lives. Just as you received care and love at the start of your life, caregivers often focus all their attention on their loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process. Exactly what I said at the beginning of the read. You cannot fix everybody. That's amazing. That just blown me. I love it when universe does that to me. You cannot fix everybody. You cannot, Pisces, Cancer. Sorry, I don't know why I said Pisces, Cancer. That's just blown my mind. Okay, focus on yourself. And the last one is Opal. Your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well, cared for by God and the angels. I like that. So that might be a message out there for someone who's not in contact with their children, someone who's lost children, lost a child, someone who still has a child, you know, on the 3D they don't have contact with. Just saying, you know, your kids are okay. And this opal, I love this, because opal is actually my favourite crystal, my favourite stone. And this is all about, you know, having a higher wisdom, you know, tune in your psychic abilities, your intuition. So, you know, it might be nice to go and get some opal as well, my Cancer. Just tunes you in energy wise, you know, if you're not in contact with a child or with children, or you've lost a child, this is for someone out there. Okay, that is it. That is what I have for you, my Cancerians, and it's all about moving on from a past relationship, whether it be romantic, family, whatever, a past relationship that there was a lesson there to learn from. It's now about healing yourself, getting your shadow work done, finding your balance, having patience, doing everything in moderation. I see in the recent past you've been putting work and effort into your life to find your stability. Cancer, don't get over emotional, okay? Do not fear the future, because the wheel is turning in your favor. I promise you that. Okay, and anyone who's lost a child who is not in contact with their children, just know that they are happy, okay, and they are being cared for wherever they are. I will leave it there with for now, Cancer. I will see you soon for another read. Please hit my subscribe button, because that would really make my day, and that will get me out there on YouTube a bit more. And that's what I need to do. That's my focus, and that's what I'm aiming for. So namaste, Cancer. I will leave it there, and I will see you all very soon.